What's up, guys? So check it out. I don't know if you guys recall, but on the last video I made, the check engine light came on while I was out running errands. Well, this is the next day. I need to run some more errands, and I'm going to take the vet. So I'm curious to see if the check engine light is still on, and if it's still on, if I still have those issues. Now, I can easily reset it in the car, which is what I might do anyway. But yeah, we just want to see if this check engine light is still on, because if I have those problems again, I may have issues other than the one that I think is the issue, which is no issue. It's just a common issue, computer glitch. I don't know, but we fixed to find out. No key fob detected. Oh, I can't stand when that happens. Where is the key fob? Okay, we must have left the key fob in the house. And if that's the case, why was I able to get in the car with no key fob? That's terrible. It's not in my pocket. I guess it's close enough. Okay, so I ended up recording a whole video in slow motion. The rest of the video I was recording in slow motion. So here I am sitting in the car. I've gotten back from all of the errands that I ran, and I got to redo the video. I hope I even remember what I was saying. So the point of this video is, in the comments of one of my videos, I think it was a TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, go check me out. J Reed's Love, of course. Anyway, somebody said in the comment that they almost bought a C6 Corvette, but they didn't because of all of the issues that they read about. So they got me to thinking, what could they possibly mean by all of the issues that they read about? Because I've had my car for over 10 years, and I can honestly say I have not had that many issues. Now, granted, I've spent thousands of dollars on upgrades and modifications, but I got to thinking, have I really had that many issues? And the point of the matter is, I have not. Now, everything that you read in the forum most likely will happen, or they have happened at some point. A lot of times they will at this point, being that these cars are so old, they've probably already happened long before you thinking about purchasing the car, and the issues have been replaced. Number two, the issues that people talk about, they aren't even that expensive. Let me give you an example. I have probably spent less than $2,000 in just repairs from this car breaking, and most of that, and that's just a guesstimate, but most of that was when the shifter cable broke. I spent $750 to get that. Towing was free because I have AAA. And if I would have went to a performance shop, they would have charged the actual labor, not the book value, and I could have paid even less. Now that's not even assuming the part is very cheap, just a few dollars. If I would have had the skill set or the time to fix it myself, I could have saved even more money. So these issues that you read about on Facebook forums, groups, or whatever it is, yes, they are genuine issues that at some point you're going to have to go through. Another example would be, I don't know if you can see it, but the door pad and the door latch, those may go out, but you can fix those yourself. The door pad is like 20 bucks. The latch was like $272 that you can fix yourself. Those went out on mine a long time ago, and I fixed them, and I haven't had any issues since, and that was years ago. So what I'm saying is, these issues that people talk about they have with the C6 Corvette, yes, you're going to have the issues, but they're not that expensive. As I said, I probably spent maybe $2,000. The biggest expense was probably the torque tube, but that was out of an abundance of caution because of the horsepower that I was getting, and I thought there was an issue with it, but it wasn't necessarily that issue. But now I have a rebuilt torque tube, 800 horsepower car, and I don't have to worry about that now. So if you're thinking about getting a C6 Corvette and you're kind of reluctant to getting it because of what you've read on these forums, don't let that deter you, because in the big scheme of things, those repairs don't even cost that much. Now, I know the first thing somebody gonna say is, well, what about heads on the C6 Z06? Yes, you may have to replace heads on that bad boy, but let's talk about that for a minute. You're gonna pay about $2,000 for a good set of aftermarket performance heads, and maybe $1,000, $1,500 in labor. So you may be out of $3,500, including tune and everything else. Now, for that, you're going to have that issue fixed, and you're going to gain about 25 to 50 horsepower. Now, if you add a cam with that, as well as an aftermarket exhaust system, guess what? That Z06 is now 600 to 650 wheel horsepower. So yes, you had to spend that money, but let me go back a second, because 9 times out of 10, at the age that these cars are now, those have already been replaced. So it's a non-factor. But if for chance you do have to replace it, it's also a performance upgrade. So now that 450 horsepower Z06 or however 505 horsepower Z06 now has 600 to 650 at the crank in A. What other car can you do that with and spend that kind of money? The horsepower to price is amazing, and it's in A. In order for me to do that on my LS3 Grand Sport, I have to boost it. So even though you may spend a little bit on aftermarket heads with the C6 Z06, and that's assuming that the car has not even had those done at this point in its life cycle, you still are getting performance gains, which you were probably going to do anyway. You were probably going to do it anyway. Now, so we add about $3,000 if you have to replace the heads, $3,500. What else is wrong with the C6 Z06? I just explained that most of the other stuff is little or nothing. So if you're in the market to buy a C6 Corvette, don't let the forums, don't let the Facebook groups scare you, because they still are a great value, and for the horsepower and the fun factor, it's worth every bit of it. Like, comment, and describe. I said, and describe. Subscribe. Now I hope this video ain't on slow motion.